Hi, I'm Heinbach and it's good to have you back. This is the tutorial for Moon Echo, the new plugin AudioThing and me developed. Moon Echo is based on the technique of moon bouncing, which means sending radio signals to the moon and they're reflected back, either to your own transceiver or another dish. Before there were satellites, this was a way to do radio broadcasts from one part of the Earth to the other. But still, amateurs connect with moon bouncing all the time. If you want to know more about that, I've made a full video about the process and the history. Now when you open up Moon Echo for the first time, it will operate as a standard echo. You can turn it on and play into it. There's quite a bit of noise, but that's rather accurate because it's a noisy process, and we've modeled not one but two different noises and put them all together under moon dust. You can turn the noise off. Which I find kind of odd. So rather than turning it off, I leave it on and I use the noise envelope. So now the noise will only be on when there's a signal present, which can also be used as a rhythmic thing. I like this gentle noise, and you should always put a little bit in because it just adds character. Since this is a delay, you can also add feedback. And you can change the feedback time. Moon edging closer or further away. But these are all mods to space-time. This would be impossible with a real dish because you just can't move the moon so close. There's a certain distance it always has to have. Another thing we can adjust is the Doppler effect, because as the Earth and the moon moves, there's a shift that's like a car speeding away from you, that Doppler effect. But also you can offset the transmitting frequency from the receiving frequency, which will result in a frequency shift. And this is all together under this Doppler knob. So I'm going to set it to a bit lower and hear what happens when I play one note. It gets shifted downwards. This is nice with long times. How it breaks up is beautiful. Frequency up. Signal gets quieter fast because there's a bandwidth limit that we have. This whole thing operates in 300 to 3000 Hertz. That's the limits. There are some little things that we added to make it a bit different, but that's about the range that you have. Now, you can even have it feedback in a way that's harmonically related, kind of. This is not a pitch shifter, it's a frequency shifter. So let's do play in C. Have the delay maybe a little bit longer. And go. The signal certainly travels somewhere else with this mode. I think I also made a preset that goes downwards. Yeah, play in F minor. Yeah, that shifts everything down. Again, give me a bit more delay time. A beautiful mess. Okay. If you set the delay time very short, you get chorus and flanger effects. Probably better frequency shift. Feedback up for even more. Oh, too much. Careful with the feedback. Slight Doppler offset. A very drunk flanger. Or let's see a little bit longer. Ooh! Oh. That's very cute. Okay. So these are already your main options here. Time, feedback, moondust. And of course, since we got two dishes, it's nice to experiment. Oh, sorry. Feedback goes wild quickly. So maybe put a limiter. But this becomes a no input instrument. Ooh. I'm gonna turn down the noise envelope. Just there's always a bit of noise being fed into the system. Oh. No input experiments for days. Especially interesting is the dynamic interplay between the noise and the signal. Wonderful for sound design. Oh, so much in there. Up top, input, mix and output, pretty self-explanatory. So, let's turn this off for a second and go to another instance of the plugin. And that's the one I want to use to show you how the simplex mode works. Because this is how it's actually done in a Moonbounce, or at least how we did it at Doing a Low. So, the transmit button will send something, and if it's off, the whole system is set to receive. This is the dry com preset, and this is how it sounds just before the signal gets sent to the moon and bounced back. It has a very crunchy tone to it, which I really like, and this alone is one of the nice features of this plugin. If I say something now and then press transmit, it will be sent to the moon. And if I depress the button again, we can listen back to it, because it's a one-way communication. As you can see, we only have one little dish here, but we need the accurate distance from the moon, and therefore we use the ping moon feature, which calls up NASA and gets the actual data of the moon on the day. So we know we are in the correct time, and automatically, our delay time is set to what is here. Okay. Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques, donnez-vous, donnez-vous, sonne le matin, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. This is the mode you would probably use in education if you want to show people about moon bouncing, or if you just want to dub certain notes into space on a track. And that's already it. There is not much else to the plugin except for the regular functions that AudioThing plugins have, such as this randomizer, a preset system, but you know those already, or from other plugins. And it looks simple, but there's a whole lot under the hood to make it what it is. And it is more complex than any other plugin AudioThing and me have developed so far. I hope you enjoyed this. It's free, and if you like it, share it around with everybody. Show some love to it. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.